Hello, this is a Photoshop video tutorial that will teach you the interface of Photoshop so that you'll be able to apply the knowledge in the design of your work using Photoshop. We're going to explain the different ways of inserting a picture into a file in a Photoshop project. So I'll start by importing a file. What I have in mind is to create a wedding invitation card. So in this wedding invitation card, we are going to start by creating the size of the card we want to use. So we're going to use inches as our standard. So let's click on File. So we select New because we want to open a new Photoshop document. So we click on New. So once we have clicked on New, a dialog box will pop up. In this dialog box, we are going to write down the size we want our project to be. Now we have different standards in we have different standards in Adobe Photoshop. It's like I'm kind of used to Microsoft Word. So this is Adobe Photoshop, and we are going to select the standard of measurements, which is in inches. So we have here pixels, centimeters, millimeters, points, picas, columns, but I'm going to select inches. So the width, that is how wide we want our work to be. We want it to be as wide as 8 inches. So we highlight this region and type 8 on the computer keyboard. And the height will be 5 inches. So we press 5. And the image resolution is 72 dpi, which is a very good resolution to work with. And remember, in the graphic design class, we talked about color modes. We talked about the RGB color, the CMYK color, bitmap color, and grayscale color, as we said, is on a black and white basis. Lab color is for photography. So let's click on OK. Now, before we even click on OK, you can save this particular image size as a preset that will be among the preset sizes we have inside this dialog. So to do that, you just click on Save Preset and you give it a name. So we're not going to do that now. Let's click on OK. So we have clicked on OK and our document is now ready. Here we see tiny squares of gray and white, and this signifies that we have a transparent background as our background. So you can select to choose a colored background or transparent background, but in this case I prefer using a transparent background. Now what I want to do now is to give my work a name. Though when you are creating a file for the first time, you can give it a name in the dialog box where we specified our size, but you can also do that by clicking on File and select Save As. So we have Save As. So in the Save As dialog, we will now call our file the name. So the name we are going to give this file, I will call it Photoshop Class 1. So I'll go to click on Save. So this dialog box come up for compatibility. You just click on OK, and now if you look at this tab, you discover that we have Photoshop Class 1.psd. If you are using Photoshop 7, you will not see it in tabs like this. This particular version is Photoshop CS4. Now we have created our documents and it's time to start inserting images into our document. So we're going to insert an image into this document by clicking on File and selecting Open. By default, the command leads you to the My Pictures folder, but you can specify a different folder depending on where you stored your pictures in. In this case, I stored my picture on the desktop, so I'll click on Desktop and I'm going to scroll and find the place where my picture is. There's a particular picture I want to use for this wedding invitation, and I've copied this picture into your exercise file so that you can practice the same thing I have done in this video. So I have used my left mouse button to click on this picture, that is to select the picture. Then I click on open in order to open the picture. It's a lovely picture, isn't it? It's like two Indians are getting married. So we are going to use this picture to form our wedding invitation card. So the next thing I want us to know is to know the transform styles in Photoshop. The transform styles in Photoshop allows you to play with images, to manipulate with images. So I'm going to apply a transform style in this picture so that we can see what we are talking about. And in the next video, we are going to start transforming images in this picture so we can start designing our wedding invitation card. So see you in the next video. Bye for now.